Okay, the water is boiling. I need to put in a few things. I have some vinegar here. I'm gonna put a little bit of salt. Oh, whoa, beautiful. So, what we're actually making today is Vietnamese caramelized braised pork and eggs. In Vietnamese, it's called Thịt kho tàu. And there's a special reason why I'm making this. This is a comfort food of my people. I freaking love this dish. And if you ask any Vietnamese person, they know that this is the dish to have when you're at home with your family, having dinner or something. But like I said, there is a special reason. I'll tell you in just a moment. But I want to put in my pork here. And here, you can either get pork leg, pork butt, or anything like that. Just make sure that your pork has the skin on top and like layers of fat. So this one here, as you can see, has lots of fat. You need that because it flavors the dish. So don't be afraid of the fat. So I'm gonna put it in right now. So put these guys in, and you want to make sure that the water comes back to a boil. Ooh, that's a lot. I think it's going to overflow. I'm not going to put the rest, but that should be enough. I think I see a rolling boil. I think it's time to take out the pork. Oh, it's floating. All right, let's move this over. Let's see here. Where is my... Oh, duh. I left it in my other bowl here. Okay, so we'll take these guys out now. I should turn off the heat. There we go. So scoop these guys out. Be careful. They're very, very hot. I honestly think this process helps with speeding it up a little bit, because it's called braised pork for a reason. I mean, it's simmering in its own sauce for like an hour. So I am quite literally going to be cooking this for an hour before I start eating. So I'm very dedicated to this dish here. It could actually simmer for even longer than an hour, but I don't think I could wait 2 hours before I film. Anyway, so there's that pork. Looks beautiful. And next, we're going to make the caramel sauce. And then we'll kind of saute this pork inside of that caramel sauce. You will see. It looks amazing. I have this amazing little fan here that's connected to my laptop. It's incredible. Get it on Amazon. I love it so much. So if you hear the noise, I'm sorry. It's amazing. It's warm. And it helps. It feels so good. Alright, so the pot is clean now. It's time to make that caramel. Very easy. Let's turn this on. Just put it on kind of like medium heat. But I'm going to take some sugar here. This is about half a cup, but I'm not going to use the whole thing. I'm just going to maybe do that amount. And then you're going to add in a little less than, I don't know, 4 tablespoons of water. So you're gonna let this melt. You're gonna let the sugar melt. So just slowly mix it around. Caramel is very tricky. It is a very tricky thing to make, because there's a fine line between getting this beautiful kind of amber brown, right? And black, you know, because your caramel can burn. So be very careful. That's why we want to make sure that it's on medium heat and that you're not burning your sugar. Alright guys, so you can kind of smell it too. You can tell when the sugar is, oh, it's turning this beautiful brown right now. So let's put in our pork immediately, so that the sugar does not burn. Oh, this brown. Do you see it? Because it's going to color your dish. So that brown color is super important. Oh, looks like it's going to burn. Let's put it in. get that pork covered in that beautiful, amazing brown sauce. Wow. That looks and smells freaking incredible. Oh, yes. I'm gonna lift it up real quick, like at least one piece. So you see how it's coated in that sugar? That's what you want. All right, so now we're gonna throw in the shallots. I roasted these shallots, so just put them on a pan and roast them up. Mix them into your pork. The smell is incredible, guys. And I'm gonna turn this up again. All right, so this is the cool part. We're gonna put the coconut juice. Fresh coconut juice. Two. Three. All right. So you want it just to be above that, above the pork a little bit, so the pork's submerged. So that sugar and that coconut juice is gonna make this dish really, really sweet and delicious. So I turned up the heat. We're actually gonna let this boil for 30 minutes, but before I let it boil, I'm gonna add a little bit more salt here. That should be good. So I got the salt in there. So it's gonna sit and suck up all that coconut juice, the caramel sauce, and the salt. And then we'll be adding our fish sauce in 30 minutes. So I guess I'll see you guys soon. I'm gonna just probably hang out here and look at my phone or watch a show or something like that. You are periodically skimming off that nasty scum, pork scum, fat, all that grossness. So while it's boiling, you want to make sure you get a strainer, get that nasty out, because you want your broth to be clear. Beautiful, beautiful brown clear broth. And you're going to do this actually several times throughout the simmering. There, it already looks so nice. It smells so freaking good. I cannot stand it. I cannot stand it. I cannot stand it. Alright, let's finish this up. So, I think if you notice, maybe, if you can tell, the liquid's gone down just a little bit, so that's a good thing. We want all that to kind of evaporate. And now we're going to put in the eggs. So I have some hard-boiled eggs here. I have about 5. I'm not sure if I'm going to use them all. But we're going to put the eggs in here. And then we are going to put fish sauce. Be very, very, very careful with this. So salty. So salty. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to make sure I'm just going to use half. Is that about half? Yeah, that's about half. So the great thing about this dish is that, you know, you'll be able to adjust the flavors later. So don't put everything in. I think, if anything, fish sauce is the most dangerous ingredient to screw up on. The sugar, fine. I think I can handle a little bit more sweetness than I can saltiness. But this, be careful. Please, please, please. So, now that we have the fish sauce in there, we're just going to make sure that the eggs get underneath the pork just a little bit so that they can turn brown. They're so cute when they're brown. You'll see. They turn this kind of special color. Oh my gosh. I can't believe I waited, well, an hour or more, I think. I don't know, like about an hour or so to cook this for a cookbang. Sometimes I don't even know if it's worth it. Like I'm just sitting here the whole entire time when I could be filming, but instead I'm making this intense dish because I'm an overachiever or something. Whatever. It's time. I'm gonna let that simmer just a little bit more, but I have some nuoc mat here. Well, it's not how you say it. It's nuoc mat, and it's from Luc Din Ki, which is a Vietnamese restaurant here in Westminster. I'm not sure if they have any other locations, but that restaurant is literally one of my favorite, like late night eateries. So freaking good. I'll put the address below, but if you have a hard time finding a good Vietnamese restaurant and you're in SoCal, I would recommend Luc Din Ki. Oh, that would help. It would help to take this out. So this is an herbal tea, but it's sweetened. Is it chrysanthemum? I'm not sure. It's just damn good. That's all you need to know. It's like this. Imagine sweet tea, right? The regular sweet tea. I think it's black tea. Or McDonald's sweet tea, or whatever. But it has a different flavor, and it's so floral, and it's delicious. I think we are ready to scoop this out. Oh my god. Look at that. So we're gonna scoop all of this out here. Put this on this super Asian plate. I mean, I know some of my viewers recognize this plate. Their mom and dad probably have this at their house, or we saw this growing up. Holy moly. And look at this egg. See, I told you it would change colors. There's barely any sauce left, but that's a good thing because we wanted the sauce to thicken. Doesn't that look so freaking amazing? Oh my god, oh my god. It's another egg. Ooh. Alright, so that looks absolutely amazing. Let's just finish it off with cilantro. Just to make it pretty. That's just how I like to do it. You guys, I am so ready to eat. Let's just not talk anymore. Let's just get at it. Let's have my rice and my mismatched chopsticks. Whatever. I'm so ready. Oh my gosh. So, what I like to do, or this is how you should be eating it, is you take the juices, pour it all over your rice, because that's how us Viets love to do it. You kind of mix it up like that. Normally I have this with sriracha, but I'm not going to. I'm trying not to use sriracha. Like, I feel like sriracha is the go-to for everything, and it's like, what's the point if that hot sauce is just taking over all your foods? I love sriracha, but my god, I need to learn how to stay away from it, so I'm gonna stay away from it this time. Anyways, guys, let's get at this. I am going to grab this piece here. So, actually, let me cut this up for you. Ooh. And I'm gonna cut this egg up as well. See, beautiful yolk. So this could sit a little bit longer, but I mean, for the sake of the mukbang, I can't really do that, so. Forgot to turn off my fan. Oh my god. all the flavors combined. I can't even tell you. Mmm, 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 mmm. 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 The meat is really soft. I love the sauce. This is straight comfort. Like, you don't. You know those foods, and maybe not just Vietnamese food, but in any culture, like when you're coming home from school or something, and you've had a long day, whatever, and you come home and your mom or your dad's cooking that comfort meal, like cultural food. And you're just like, God, I like that smell is just so intense. And the home smells so inviting. And I mean, that's why it's called comfort food, because it's so comfortable. Mmm. Hitting the spot. Like, that's what it means. Hitting the spot. So my question for you is like, what is your comfort food? Like, what meal just makes you feel so warm and fuzzy inside? Holy freaking hell. Hmm. I have some delicious mint leaves. You know I love my mint leaves. I have cilantro, I have green onions, and then these are pickled mustard greens. I don't know if you've ever had them, but Vietnamese people love to eat them with some sort of like savory dish and rice. We're all about that pickled life too. Mmm. Can't see it. Come here. Mmm. Mmm. My mom actually normally cooks this. So I was fortunate enough to grow up in a family where my mom and dad, they both cooked, and they were great cooks actually. But the coolest thing was that they cooked different types of food. My mom was so good at making comfort foods, like these delicious soups like pho, mun bo hui, and this thịt kho, though, like she knew how to make certain things. Sườn ram, which is like pork ribs. I love pork ribs too. Oh my gosh. But anyway, she was really good at making those dishes. But then my dad was so good at making street foods. Like, he just made very Americanized Vietnamese food, and I like that too. So I got the best of both worlds. I was very fortunate. I can't speak for everyone, but I think that's where my love of food came from. So thank you to those special people in my life. Do you see all that delicious sauce there? It's got all the shallots. The shallots that I put in earlier. Oh my god. Let's see here. My mom would be so proud of me right now. This is a big bowl of rice. Oh my gosh. And what's great about this dish too, it's like it tastes even better as leftovers, because it's sitting in its juices in the fridge and everything. Like, it just tastes even better the next day. So you can only imagine. And I'll tell you, I'm leftover king. Like, I'm so good at eating my leftovers. And the reason why is because I actually like my own cooking. Like, I do enjoy the food that I make, which is not very, I don't know. I feel like some people don't like their cooking, but I do. Mint leaves are very weird to some people. Actually, a lot of people. And it's really one of those things that seem to be something that you like, a flavor that you must acquire, you know, through experience of eating these types of foods. But if you do get into mint leaves, there are so many different strains of mint leaves, like different types of mint leaves. Like, oh my god, you don't even know. And they all have subtle differences. And that is the most beautiful thing to me. Okay, come on, plane. Move it along. What you hear are the planes from John Wayne Airport. I don't know if you've ever flown into John Wayne. It's either the airplanes or the freaking Disneyland fireworks. We can't get away from all this noise. Mmm. Mm. Remember my coconut earlier? Don't waste this. I did use the juice, but just remember that there's coconut skin up in this thing. So you just kind of use a spoon and you scrape the sides. You get this nice little coconut skin. Watch out for shards of the shell. You don't have to comment, I just realized I blew on the coconut before I ate it. It's like I'm eating soup or something. Oh, this is so fun. Oh my god. I'm all about working for my food. Come on. Mmm. Mmm. Love it. So, I wanted to tell you the reason why we're doing a Vietnamese mukbang this time around, or like, I guess the reason why I'm doing it is because I'm going to Vietnam, and I wanted to make a special video dedicated to that, kind of just to, I don't know, amp myself up for the vacation. So I'm going on October 10th until the 24th, which is 2 weeks, and I've never been to Vietnam before, you guys. Like, I've never been to Vietnam before. So I'm like scared. I'm excited. You know, I've been to Japan. I've been to Iceland. I've been to, where else have I gone? I'm not remembering. Anyway, so, and I just feel like this is going to be a very different experience. My mom actually is so scared of me going to Vietnam. I don't know why. Well, I do know why, but I don't know if it's exactly true, her reasons, but I don't know if my Vietnamese friends, like my viewers, if you're Vietnamese, like, is your mom, are your parents like pretty crazy about you going to Vietnam? Because my mom, oh my god. I mean, both of my parents escaped from the Vietnam War in the 70s. My dad seems to have moved on, I think, but my mom still has this fear, it like lives inside of her. And I can't blame her. Like I've yet to experience something that traumatic, you know? Picking up your things and having to run away from your home country because of war, you know? Like, you have no choice but to relocate if you want to be safe. She's super scared. She's called me already, like, I mean, she calls me a lot, but I would say half of those phone calls have been warning me about everything. Like, don't drink the water, don't eat the food, don't talk to anybody. If anyone asks you for money, just run. Like, someone's gonna rob you, someone's gonna chop your arm off and sell your limbs. Like, literally, she's saying all these crazy, crazy things. And I'm not sure if I can blame her. I don't know. Mom, you need therapy or something. Like, I'm serious. I'm not saying that as a joke. I'm saying, like, she's gone through a traumatic experience, like a lot of people, and maybe she needs to talk to somebody. I don't know, but I've had a lot of friends that have gone to Vietnam, you know, and they've had nothing but fantastic things to say about it. So, listen, I can be hurt here, where I'm living at the moment, you know? There's danger surrounding us at all times, so I'm not gonna stop living my life. Like, I don't know. But I understand her reasoning, and I'm not mad at her for it. I'm still gonna go. Like, I'm not gonna budge. I'm so excited. I'm gonna go. Even though she told me not to eat the foods, like the street foods, I'm gonna do it. I mean, I don't know. Like, I feel like my stomach's pretty strong. My immune system is pretty strong, but I mean, if I get sick from it, I get sick from it. Like, how can you control that, you know? I was also advised not to drink water with ice or any beverages with ice. Those are a lot of rules. But I mean, I understand. Like, I know people who have been sick traveling to Vietnam or any similar countries, so I understand. Like, I personally am unafraid. Like, I don't care. Like, if something bad happens, then it happens. Like, that's life. Like, you can't control everything. So this is dedicated to Vietnam and to my trip to Vietnam. Ooh. I ate so much rice. It was literally this high, and look how much I have left. I love rice so much. I can't stand it. One of my friends, I was telling her that I was going to Vietnam. Bless her heart. And she goes, I mean, we haven't known each other for that long, but she somehow forgot that I was born here in the U.S. And I told her, and she was like, "Oh, you're going back to your home country." And I looked at her, I'm like, "My home country? Like, I'm Vietnamese ethnicity wise, but my nationality is American. Like, I was born on American soil." So I guess that's where it gets kind of tricky. Like, she's like, "Oh my God, no, 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 no. I'm sorry." She apologized, but I didn't mean to make her feel bad. I think at that moment I was kind of going, there is a difference. I think. Like, okay, so I was born here. So technically, the US is my home country. It is my home country, even though my ethnicity is Vietnamese. I'm Asian. I'm an Asian American. But I think that, you know, I guess it's just easy for people to call like Vietnam my home country when it's really not. Like, I wasn't born. I've never been there before. I haven't even seen it. I don't even know anybody there really. So it's kind of a foreign country to me if you really think about it. It is foreign, even though I speak the language and blah blah blah. It's foreign. It just is. And there's I don't know. I'm confusing myself. Maybe I'm just confused in general, but I still, even though I'm Vietnamese, I still consider this trip to be a very foreign trip for me. It is. Let's see here. Let's get this small one. And the people living in Vietnam will see me as a foreigner too. Like, for sure. They will know. Like, they might not even know that I'm Vietnamese, but even if I speak Vietnamese, they're gonna go, "Oh, you have that American, you sound like an American." Maybe not even American, just an outsider. They know. Yes. I'm just waiting to see if I get treated any differently. If you're Vietnamese and you've been to Vietnam and you were born and raised either here, Canada, Europe, wherever, let me know if you experienced that too. If anything, they might be very welcoming. I have positive, I guess, I have positive expectations. I do. Not like my mom's expectations, my God. But this will be my last big trip for a while. I literally am always going somewhere. I need to just slow the hell down, live my life a little bit here. Traveling is fun and all, but when you go with your partner or your significant other, do you notice how like you fight even more? Like, the amount of fights that happen are just like, wow, like times 10. Like, it feels like we just are constantly fighting. But I mean, that's the nature of it. For me and for our relationship, I think half the okay, a little bit more than half of the times it's me because I get irritated very easily. So listen. I know that I'm the problem. Okay, when we're traveling, I'm the problem. It's because I want things to be a certain way, and you guys already know that. Like, guys already probably caught me turn that egg around because I saw a black spot on it. Like, I want it a specific way. If it's not, then I lose my mind. I need therapy, and that's okay. I'm gonna look for one, I promise. But yeah, well, I'm gonna end this now. I think this is a lot of food. I ate way too much rice. Too much rice to even put any of this in my stomach anymore. But that took forever to cook, but I'm glad I was able to do it for you guys. I hope one day you'll get to visit Vietnam too. I'll let you know. Please follow me on Instagram, Tientacles. And maybe you guys will be able to see anything I post in October. So have a great one, guys. And this was amazing. I hope you enjoy your comfort foods at home. I will see you later. Enjoy yourself. And I'm about to pass out. I love you. I will see you later. Bye, guys.